We talked earlier this week about this story being historical fiction. With historical fiction, there may be some words or phrases that we don't use as much today as they did in the time period where the story took place. If we look on this page on 285, if we look here in the third paragraph, it says, "Those girls sure have moxie." Moxie is a word that we don't use very often in the year 2020. We can use our context clues to figure out what that means. So, when we're looking at our context clues, we want to make sure that we're looking all around the word. So, it's not just in the sentence that the word's in. We also want to look before, at a few sentences before, and we can also look at a few sentences after. So, I'm going to start by looking around to see what happened before this happened. Folks began clapping along. Hearing the supportive response, Ruth danced with spirit. Then someone shouted, "Those girls have moxie." So we can see right here that Ruth danced with spirit. That means very enthusiastically and full of energy, which caused someone to say that she has moxie. So we can assume that the word moxie to me can mean full of spirit. Let's take a look at another word that we don't hear very often in the year 2020. Down here in the fourth paragraph, it says they ought to be in pictures. Not really sure what that means. So we need to think about what the word pictures would mean as it's used in this phrase. So again, we can look at the phrases that happen before we hear that phrase, and we can look at the phrases and sentences that happen afterwards. "Why, they ought to be in pictures," offered another. "I'd nominate them for an Academy Award," a woman called out. Now, an Academy Award is something that is given to actors and actresses when they do a really good job performing. So, based on that knowledge, we should be able to figure out that the word pictures, what the word pictures actually means. So, use this information to help you answer the next couple of questions.